Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Good morning. It's Don Oshman here again for the Sunday HideNet Market Report and Review. And the date is Sunday, June 10th, 2018. Thanks for watching in advance. Ronald Guel reports from Nuevo Hamburgo, our Latin American editor, that the Brazilian market is weak, but the fresh prices are stable. TR1 is now said to be trading between 68 and 72 cents, if you can imagine. People are asking, as for CFR on TR1, asking prices of 80, 85 cents, and I'm sure some people are getting over 80 cents. But the market remains depressed. Big discount for TR3s and TR4s. Stories of the TR4s being used for gelatin because nobody wants to buy them, and maybe some TR3s as well. But as we always say, everybody's great. It's not exactly, this is a TR1, this is a TR2. It's not universal. But the trend is softer and weaker. And the truck strike didn't help any. It did help because it curtailed high production, but wasn't good for everything else. In Argentina, the market's unchanged. Paraguay, TR1 remains steady. Argentina's cattle slaughter increased 4% in the month of May. Marfrig completed their acquisition of National Beef. And it's a surprise that, not really a surprise, Chilean leather, the largest buyer for them was China. The largest buyer for everybody is still China. Imports from China, Vietnam, 80% of footwear goes into Mexico. Paraguay exports for $1.2 million in footwear, and that's it from Latin America this week. In Europe, Andrea Guolo, our European editor, reports from Milan that North German cows sold at 90 euros, but some are accepting 85 euros per kilo. He also comments that there's a $5 difference between different sellers of American wet blue, but what he doesn't report is that nobody's wet blue is the same as the other ones. Some people sell TR, some people sell selected, but there is a big difference in competition for American wet blue in Italy because that's the best market for American wet blue. China still buys it, but Italy's the number one buyer. And when the summer holidays are coming, this could put a crimp in the wet blue values unless there are enough are sold ahead, and I don't know if they are. Andre also comments that there's constant decreases in price. Lower grades have no market, even for lower grade bulls. And the question is, what will happen to other low grade selections with price? They're always worth something, you think, but who knows? In France, Hermes is concerned they can't get enough skins for their Birkin bags and all their other premier products. And there's an article about that in Bloomberg this week, which is in our report, which they interviewed your editor, publisher. In Italy and France, Gucci is trying to get $10 billion in sales, and they're going that way. And Piquardo, whoever they are, buys Lancer from Richemont, who's liquidating that part of their portfolio. And in Italy, somebody paid 365 million euros for a Tenica group. In North America, steers were steadily lower. Texas were $40. Colorado's the same volume. Branded steers the same volume because they're all heavily branded hides. Butts and natives were steady, by the way. In this week's edition, this week in report, there's a Chinese industry update. There's an article how global beef production is on the upward trend. Also, ports and the unions agreed on a tentative 6-year contract, which will hopefully alleviate any fear of backups at the docks and hides being exported. There's also a very interesting chart and comments about the 7-year trend in steer prices between the various selections, how they've widened of late. And sales and shipments exceeded slaughter this week. That's a rare thing anymore. Because there's a big backup of those statistics this year and even before. Our forecast was right on target again, and you have to look at the U.S. Week in Review to find out what it's going to be for the coming week. Get a free trial, HideNet.com. All it can do is make you money. And time for something new is what we say in our market observations. We think that this market's not going to keep going down forever. And we talk about that, when it's going to turn and why it's going to turn. So that's it for today's issue of This Week in Leather. We also have our international report covering over 30 countries. And we have This Week in Leather, a very popular report, talks about people like what Hermes is doing, but also what shoe companies are doing, what leather business is doing. All available, HideNet.com. Free trial. Check us out. Thanks for watching.